Hi, it's Kat, and today I have 6 self-care tips for exhausted Black women. I see you. I actually am you. And this was inspired by a video by Alicia Renese, the artist. She has 10 self-care tips for exhausted Black women, which I really liked. Her tips are more focused on winter and hibernation, and this is summer/fall, so I'm going to do some that are kind of universal. Before I get started, just to remind you, please, if you like this video, like the video and subscribe to this channel where we talk about self-care, international travel, and retreats for Black women who need to find more joy and rest in their lives. So please subscribe. My tip number 1 is stop saying yes to things that you don't want. I remember I had a phase in my life where I didn't really know how to say no. I would say yes when every single cell in my body was like, no, 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 no. And then out of my mouth would come, sure, okay, yes. I really had to train myself out of that, and it's made a huge difference in my life. I used to say yes at my job. I used to say yes in my relationships, friendships, everything. And it was not good for my energy, not good for anything, or not good for my relationships, just not good. And so learning how to say no and mean it and make it stick, as in no is a full sentence, it's really made a huge difference. Try it, practice it. It's going to take practice. If you're a people pleaser, someone who doesn't know how to say no, it takes practice. Practice with your dog, practice with, I don't know, Starbucks, practice with the people who are trying to put foam on your latte. I don't know. Practice saying no. And it doesn't have to be a mean no. There can be absolutely no emotion in your no. No. It's nice. 2, be selfish. You are the only person who has a 100% responsibility for looking out for you. Nobody else is going to be looking out for you the way you can look out for you. So you're going to have to be selfish. Think about, what do I want? How does this affect me? Am I getting what I need? And if not, change it. If you don't pay my mortgage, you don't get a say in my life. You can give me your opinion, but it's just that. It's an opinion. It's not a direction. I'm a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Live your life for you. That doesn't mean disregard people, and it doesn't mean be rude to people, but it means treating yourself with as much care, love, and respect as you do your loved ones. Are you treating yourself like you would treat your loved ones? Are you putting your needs and desires above other people's? If that's selfish, that's selfish. Own it. When someone tells me that I'm being selfish, it means that I've disappointed them. They thought that I was going to say yes. They thought that I was going to take some of their responsibility away from them and make it my responsibility. Sit with the discomfort of disappointing people. Just sit with it. You will disappoint people when you say no and when you become selfish. People will get angry, annoyed, disappointed. Just sit with that. You don't have to change their disappointment. You don't have to change their upset. They can be upset with you. Those are their feelings. You don't have to be responsible for other people's feelings about what you're doing. My tip number 3 is, don't take it personal. Baby, 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 don't take it personal. Don't take it personally. So there's this Zen story about a boat. So there's this person who's rowing their boat or sailing their boat across a river or whatever, a body of water. And there's a boat that is like approaching them kind of quickly. And they're like, I wonder why there's a boat coming towards me. And the boat comes towards them, the boat comes towards them, and the boat hits their boat. And they're like all geared up and ready to shout at the person who is steering the boat or not steering the boat that hit their boat. And they look around and they realize there's nobody in that boat. So that changes the dynamic it changes your emotion. If you're thinking somebody just rammed into my boat is very different from a boat just knocked into my boat. Totally different energy, totally different attitude. One is exhausting. The other one is like, okay, what do I do now? So one, when you're thinking that somebody is doing something to you, you get stuck in that moment. On the other hand, if you think it's just a boat knocking into my boat, that's unfortunate. You don't get stuck in that moment. You get focused more on the solution. And that's much more freeing. It's a better use of your energy and your time. So how does this translate to the world that we live in? Traffic. Somebody cuts you off. You can either get pissed about it. You can use energy cursing them out. You can, all kinds of things. You can escalate that situation and waste your time and energy on a negative situation. Or you can say, that car just went in front of me. That sucked. All right, well, moving on. Don't take it personally. Assume that there's nobody in the boat and get on with rowing your own boat. Focus on that. Fourth tip is use the power of entrainment to your benefit. So entrainment is when objects near each other get into alignment. And it happens in the physical world where metronomes and they're like going at opposite, they're going like different times. And then you put them close to each other and eventually they'll start going like this in the same time. And so think about the people that you're around. Friends, family, acquaintances, co-workers. Who are you around and who are you becoming like? Who are your closest friends, acquaintances, whatever? Who are the people who you spend the most time with? That's who you are like. And if you are going like this with people who have a lot of negativity, a lot of apathy, and you can see it. People who watch a lot of violent movies, people who listen to really contentious radio shows, people who watch TV shows where people are always beefing with each other. If you want to live a high vibrational life, you need to consume high vibrational content. You need to be around high vibrational people because which leads me into my fifth point, which is drop the energy vampires. If there are any people in your life who, after you spend time with them, you feel more tired than you did when you started hanging out with them, those are the people that you need to move further out of your intim sphere. There's a German word called intim sphere, which means like your intimate circle or whatever. You need to move it. Or there's another, like I have a friend who uses sort of the onion metaphor where, these are your close friends and the center of the onion, and then further out are the more distant acquaintances. These are your close friends. These are your distant acquaintances, coworkers, whatever. These are your neighbors. So if there are people who drain your energy, move them further out. Talk to them less, spend less time with them, etc. If they drain you, move it out. I wonder if this is another one. I'm just going to sort of add a side note to that, which is this phrase that I really like, which is, if you resent it, change it. Don't sit around complaining about something that bothers you over and over and complain. Do something else. Don't sit around complaining about shit that you hate. Because rather than sitting around complaining about things that you hate, complaining about things that bother you, if you resent it, change it. Change something about it. Use your energy to find a better way of doing things, a better job, a quieter neighborhood, anything. Do something to change it. Do not waste your energy complaining about things that you resent. Don't apologize. Don't explain. You're a grown woman. You said what you said. You did what you did. You're not paying my mortgage. I don't owe you an explanation. This is what it looks like when an exhausted Black woman does a video about how not to be exhausted. You don't need to explain why you're not going to lend somebody money. You do not need to explain that. You earned your money. You decide how you spend your money. You decide. Repeat after me. No is a full sentence. Okay, folks. As you can see, I'm kind of exhausted, so I'm going to stop talking. And if you could tell me if I missed anything, if I missed anything, let me know. Look, my hair's like looking stringy today too. What am I going to do about that? Nothing. It's my hair. She's not going to power through it. She's just going to do it. Bow, 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 bow.